Welcome to the Fearfic Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
All right, so what do you prefer? Do you prefer a southern violinist devil or a business suit devil with slick-backed hair?
In what scenario is the question?
Yeah.
What would you prefer to make a Faustian bargain with?
Definitely the violinist.
Yeah. The violinist devil may be a trickster and everything, but you think, there probably is some way you could outwit him or do something better than him or do whatever. The business suit, slick back hair, is it Gordon Gekko style? Patrick Bateman devil is going to have everything locked down in fine print. You're not getting out of anything.
Yeah, because when I think of Patrick Bateman, I think of having everything together.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to think of businessmen, It's just random words, man. The Donald Trumpian business devil.
I don't think Donald Trump is a very svelte, slimy fellow, if that makes any sense. He's kind of a bloated fellow.
If businessmen were the seven deadly sins, you would definitely be sloth or gluttony. You might say pride, but not with that physique.
I would personally go for a combination of the two and just kind of have like an oil tycoon devil.
Oh, that's an idea.
Yeah. It just what is buried underneath Texas. It's going to be
native.
Faustian,
oh yeah, what? No,
Faustian bargain fluid.
Guilt.
Collective guilt. Yes.
Collective Guilt is my favorite '90s alt rock band.
Let's be honest. There's a lot buried under Texas.
What if when you combine a violin-playing Southern hick devil and a slick-backed, greedy businessman devil, couldn't you also sort of see that coming out just as like a politician devil? Like,
for sure.
Like, hey, everybody, how you doing? We're going to make a deal with America, a new deal for the soul of America.
I'd like to explain my counter proposal to my opponent in song, then whips out a fiddle.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Bum, bum, bum.
George Bush really, really wishes he could play a fiddle.
Yeah.
It's like, he's just getting interviewed by like some big interviewer guy. Let's say Matt Lauer. I'm sure he's free. Matt Lauer's like, Mr. President, is there one if you had one regret in your time as president, what would it be? Well, I rightly never figured out how to play the fiddle.
Yeah, I do plenty of fiddling, just not with an instrument.
Oh, I love Bush. It's so easy to do. Basically every president really just boils down to a simple impression.
Right. I mean, if you look at it, you've got, let's see, George H.W. Bush, which is just, well, wouldn't be prudent, well. Then you've got Bill Clinton, which is just like,
all right.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Now listen.
Then you've got...
you want to do an impression of George H.W. Bush, all you got to go is he after anything you say.
That's right. And then you get up to Trump, and for Trump you just go, "Bah!" Bah!
Is he just like a lighthouse foghorn thing?
Bah! It's huge.
Welcome to the Fearfic Podcast's political edition, full of political insight.
Speaking of politics,
Susan Wojcicki just posted another update that is useless, and I'm not even going to go into it because nothing of substance was said.
She posted a second video? Cool.
Yeah, I know, right?
Jesus Christ.
This is Susan Wojcicki here from the YouTube team. Just updating y'all to know that we're deleting the site and merging with Netflix.
Yeah. I think it actually, she wanted to express that she is a YouTuber like everyone else, and I think she has accomplished that by not seeing the point in using YouTube. She's just like the rest of us. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of segues, Fleming Storage Unit number 14, Feline Foolery.
Lots of cat videos on that YouTube.
This is being brought to us by allegedly an author named Spooky Tanuki.
Allegedly?
Yes, it's actually Animal Fact Files. This is part of the Fleming Storage Unit project. Blah, blah, blah. I think y'all know by now. Fleming Storage Unit. Going to get in there. Something spooky's going to happen. Or not.
If you don't know it by now, you will never...
Sorry, Jesus.
Yeah, sorry, Jesus.
Should I start us off on this guy?
Yes.
All right. It had been a few months since I'd been there. It was the sort of thing where life just gets away from you, and before you know it, it's been 10 months since you had your last haircut, and your bangs perpetually hang in front of your eyes. In the end, it was probably going to require some more external force to drive me, and they're doing it anyway, so I guess it was just serendipitous that the letter came, and I only had 4 days to clear everything out of my storage unit. The steel door felt heavier this time than any time before.
So you're getting a haircut?
End, it doesn't even have hair.
That's right. Getting a haircut in a storage unit is what I'm led to believe here.
Ooh, underground illegal unlicensed haircuts.
The sexiest kind of haircut.
Okay, I have to draw the line at that band name. Underground illegal. How did it go?
That's the tour name.
Jesus.
It's okay.
Welcome to the Illegal Haircut Tour.
Underground Illegal Haircut.
Yeah.
There wasn't much inside, and I was surprised by the general lack of dust. I guess that the police searching the unit had caused some sort of disturbance, and anything that had settled over the past few months had likely been shifted under their careless search party. There were half-made handprints on nearly everything in the unit that hadn't been wiped clean.
A disturbance in the dust? A disturbance in the dust there's been.
Yes. What if Yoda just had that voice? What if Yoda was like, "Train you must." Hey, Luke.
True Jedi, clean out my storage unit, Will.
Dagobah, welcome to.
So this person clearly doesn't have the degree of information that our previous storage unit character had on dust. This person is just saying dust, but they're not getting specific.
Not what kinds, yeah.
Not what kind of dust.
What region it's from. What's the mouthfeel.
The chorousness, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they rate dust by chorousness, but if these storage units do, chorus. Anyway.
Whoa. There wasn't much inside, and I was surprised by the general... Oh, you already read that, blah. Walking into the container was like walking into a different dimension. Time seemed to warp around me, and I felt like just a few minutes in the outside world would feel like hours in the balmy unit. Anybody hear of a balmy unit? The date was the date was October 11th. Almost September 11th. I had stalled a day in coming in because I knew the task wouldn't be that difficult. Mostly, it was just trying to figure out where to put everything. Okay. So there's not much in the unit is what we're getting?
I guess, and it's already been, not really tampered with, but touched and moved around by the police.
I feel like there's a support group for people who unwillingly had vasectomies called Not Much in the Unit.
God damn it. I thought you were going to say a support group for people who have been touched by the police. I was like...
Me too. That's what I was here.
The band or the...
Yes, the metallic chairs I knew I could just throw out. At the time of church getting new seats... At the time of the church getting new seats for the congregation, I thought it would be reasonable to hold on to them just in case. We've all been there. Tossing them in the trash was so easy. Sorry, Jesus. You know, it is a mortal sin to throw out metallic chairs.
Yeah. Metallic chairs, my favorite metal band? I don't know.
Well, I was on vacation in Scotland once, and we were a lot of old castles, not like big ones, but just kind of smaller ones, are they just end up getting abandoned. So people will just kind of buy them and maintain them under regulations by the state, of course. And a lot of them just turn them into bed and breakfasts and places to stay. And I stayed at one of them with a bunch of people. And out back is this rather large, well-kept garden area with a couple fire pits. And they were, we had like, just kind of had drinks out back one night with a fire, and they're throwing these giant planks of wood in, but they're like oddly shaped and they look like pieces of furniture. And I say, are these like old benches or stuff you had? Oh yeah, no, they're old church pews. So that's the most metal fucking thing I've ever done in my life, is burning old church pews in the back.
Did they smell?
I don't know. I was drunk.
Did they make you say pew?
It smelled like the butts of sinners.
So just butts then, yeah.
Yeah.
Now listen, like my pappy always said, the butt of a pure person smells like the butt of a dirty person. What?
Pappy was a bit weird in the head.
Oh, God. Okay, Pappy. Back to the home.
Says that in the Bible. I'm fairly certain it doesn't.
Back to the nursing home, which is also in an old castle. But anyway.
Oh, yeah. They wish. All the x-rays from the sheds on my parents' farmland could go also. It's weird what kids will hold on to or in what they'll find value. As a child, looking through the old stacks of radiographs felt like I was connecting to something bigger than me. There was something to find in the images. Isn't that the point of x-rays anyway? But looking at them 10, hell, maybe even 15 years later, I couldn't help but feel like I was spying on something I shouldn't be. Like reading someone's diary or being a voyeur to your parents. It felt wrong. Those certainly went as well. So this is kind of I thought this might have been like a youth group minister or something and just had a bunch of excess church stuff, but it's a kind of a grab bag of items.
And looking through their parents' x-rays, and I don't know, what would be something comical to find up their asses? I don't know. A light bulb? I don't know.
See, I went with like lung x-rays for possible lung cancer.
No.
You went for rectum.
Yeah, I mean, why bother going for the chest when you can go for the ass? You know what I'm saying?
Good point. I mean, do you think you could fit a Bible up there?
A Bible? Isn't that what they call Bible thumping? Isn't that? I've heard that term. I'm not sure.
What if you just get with like one of those little pocket Bibles?
Yeah,
that's more reasonable.
Yeah. The empty jars of peanut butter from a company long defunct went along with the 16 USB keyboards, the display shelves from some retail shop I couldn't even remember the name of anymore. Oh, so this is somebody who just grabs whatever's available. Like displays from a store that closed. They're just like picking them up, probably off the sidewalk or by a dumpster or something. And the sled that leaned against the wall that I had been avoiding looking at all morning. Rosebud.
So I do think that is kind of the mindset that some of these church people get into. Not necessarily people who are important in the church, where it's just like, well, the church is a big part of my life, and so, you know, I do try and keep an eye out for something that the church might need. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There is that mentality there. So far, kind of like the way that the story is being told, it's very mundane. There's just kind of an illusion of there might be something hiding in here, and it's kind of like an experience that's out of the ordinary. You don't go to a Fleming Storage Unit. You don't go to a storage unit every day. And so this is just kind of alluding to that. And so they kind of feel like off. This isn't routine for them, if that makes any sense.
So I don't know if this person really tied to a church, or is it just like the church was getting rid of chairs and they picked them up?
Good question. I'm not sure.
And
it doesn't explicitly say.
Why were there so many x-rays in the sheds on their parents' farmland? Are they animal x-rays?
Oh, maybe they're veterinarians, yeah.
I don't know. Weird.
I don't think there were a bunch of x-rays. I got confused there for a second, but it was like 10, maybe 15, but that was like years ago that the x-rays were taken. I was like, how many injuries are you getting?
All but x-rays. But yeah, anyway.
X-rays. I kept the collar that had been purposefully placed on the top of the stack of boxes right in front of the unit. It's blue faded to nearly gray, and the edges frayed to the point that they feathered all around the outside.
Around the outside.
I also held on to the 200 or so soda can bottoms that I had cut out for a project sometime before and had just never put to use. Some things are just too difficult to part with. I took the slipper home with me too. Its partner lost somewhere in all of the mess. It felt so wrong to be lonely.
Let it be lonely, yeah. We got a hoarder.
Yeah.
We got a sorter, better sort that stuff.
We have a hoarder who's obsessed with bottoms. Collecting can bottoms, all sorts of bottoms.
X-rays of bottoms.
Chairs for you to put your bottom on.
Oh my god.
I think we have a bottom fetishist.
You like nude butts? No.
No, of course not. That would be strange and weird.
I probably wouldn't have even noticed her if she hadn't literally jumped at my face as I opened a box labeled, maybe holiday stuff, maybe sexy time stuff. Ooh, are you willing to risk it? That's... I need to go and think about this for a second.
Abysmii needs to go and write that on some boxes.
Absolutely. If I ever help a friend move, I'm going to just write that on one of the boxes just to make it just to sow confusion.
If you open up the box and then inside is just a Yuletide dildo.
I was going to say just a bunch of fucking Christmas ornaments or something. God, I was such a punk. She flew out claws first, straight for my eyes. She could have just slunk out, but no. Of course she had to make a flamboyant exit. Cats will be cats, after all. For a moment I sat in the dirt and wondered how the heck she had even gotten in there, but then a pang struck my stomach when I realized she'd probably made her way in during the cops' search and had been stuck for more than 24 hours. Excuse me, due to my own apathy. I went to search for her outside, but I only caught a glimpse of her graceful form sliding around the corner of the building. Okay. Hence where the title Feline Foolery comes in.
I would say this is probably Selena Kyle, Catwoman, come to rob the units of any valuables.
Times are really hard for Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
She had to move from Gotham to Haver, Montana, and she's robbing storage units.
Hey, y'all. My name Catwoman.
What if we didn't explore this possibility? Cat devil. What if you just have a devil that is like a mischievous cat?
So instead of violin playing or fiddle playing devil, instead of business suit CEO devil, you have cat devil.
Yeah, I could see it.
Cat devil would probably be the worst.
Yeah.
Because they'd be completely unreasonable and they just would get their way no matter what.
Isn't there a cat devil in Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Probably.
Mr. Katz.
Are you thinking of it? Yeah, Mr. Katz is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's not a devil per se, but definitely has that demeanor.
There's a cat devil in Earthworm Jim. Evil the cat.
Yeah.
You know, what if it's a Sabrina the Teenage Witch type cat devil?
Oh, Salem.
A bad animatronic.
A familiar than a demon, though.
But yeah. If this is an animatronic cat, I'm going to call foul. I collected it when the old Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria closed.
If one of you has just snuck in Five Nights at Freddy's into one of these entries, I'm going to be very, very happy.
There's got to be a purple guy somewhere.
The cat nearly clawed off my purple guy.
The scratch of 97.
So this is me now? Is this me now?
I think so.
Yeah. The rest of the organization went smoothly, and by the end of it, I was only walking away with a few bags full of items, everything else destined for the trash heap. It felt silly to me that I had been spending money on keeping items I didn't even know I had anymore, but that's just the way life goes sometimes. There was still some more to sort through, but I was beginning to get hungry, and I was still feeling a little weirded out by the whole experience in general.
All right, getting a little hangry.
Yeah.
What would you call it if you're getting like weird feelings, like superstitious feelings because you haven't eaten?
Puberty?
We'll go with that. I never liked grocery shopping. It was especially bad on an empty stomach. I think going to the grocery. So this person needs to use like one of those click list services. Click.
What's he licking?
Just click. It's something that'll bring cats to your house, and the cats will lick you.
Gross.
I think going to the grocery store hungry is like going to Disneyland on acid. You're definitely going to have a different experience than if you had just gone under normal circumstances, and you're probably going to spend a lot more time than you meant to.
Or a lot more money.
Depending on how expensive the acid is, or the Fast Pass. Or the Fast Pass fact. I think...
God damn it.
Never been...
Acid Pass.
Scum Pass. I think I had never been much of a cook anyway, so most of the items on the shelves just taunted me. I am starting to wonder some more specifics about this character because I don't know what's going on with who they are.
He's walking through a supermarket, carrying a flip-flop and soda bottoms and dragging a metal chair. And
yeah. I don't know the gender of this person or kind of like their background. We had this theory that they were like big in the church, but now I'm not even sure of that. It was like walking through a shaming circle with Noodles laughing because I never seemed to get al dente, and they always felt a little too slimy in my mouth. We've all been there.
Hey. Anybody here want a little slimy in their mouth?
Is Al Dante the next Devil May Cry protagonist?
The name's Al. Al Dante. You got demons, I'll remove them. Don't worry about it.
It's Dante, but he's like middle-aged.
We got demon traps, we got demon gas, demon bombs. We'll tent your house. Anyway.
And the fruits chuckling because I didn't even own a blender, and there was no way in hell.
It's 2019. They shouldn't be saying that.
What?
It's 2019. You shouldn't be calling people that. It doesn't matter if they're laughing at you for not owning a blender. That's really beyond the pale.
Oh my god, you don't even own a blender? I don't know why my gay guy is a valley girl. No way in hell the process of making a smoothie. And the tofu just raised its eyebrows at me because, let's be honest, who even knows how that shit works?
Mm-hmm.
Is our pro tag high?
Yes.
Did they drop acid and then go grocery shopping because they figured, nothing's going to hit. Probably a bad dose.
I think going to the grocery store hungry is like going to Disney World on acid. Also, I was on acid.
Also, I was hungry.
Mm-hmm. Also, I was Walt Disney.
Son, hungry and on acid is no way to be.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, it ended up being a very successful trip in which I walked away with 3 different types of frozen pizza, a box of mozzarella sticks, and a gallon of milk to make myself feel better. Very dairy-heavy diet this person has.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did live on a farm.
Yeah, maybe it was a dairy farm. I even saved $1.50 on all the cheese sticks, so that seemed like a pretty big win to me.
Fuck yeah. Fist pump.
That sounds like a really broke-ass country song. I saved $1.50 on cheese sticks. Boom, boom, boom. It felt like a win to me. Bum, bum, boom, bum.
Even if you're lactose intolerant, do you want to save money?
Considering that country songs are sometimes simply titled Big Green Tractor, $1.50 cheese sticks is perfectly valid.
Okay, I don't know. $1.50 cheese sticks sounds more like a rapper to me, if you spell it all incorrectly.
Well, they're a southern rapper, so they meld the two together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey guys, do you like mozzarella sticks? Why don't you join Dollar Mozzarella Stick Box?
Oh, man.
Heading outside, the wind was strong and the air smelled like diesel. The parking lot was relatively empty, being about 2 p.m. on a weekday, and I was able to take my favorite spot on the side of the building, which got you closer to the door, but that were usually filled with employees and assholes who were overflow from the shopping center across the median.
Uh-huh. Walking around the corner of the building, a strange sound caught my attention. At first I heard it momentarily, and I figured my mistake... What?
They are high, and they're dissociating, and they farted, and they're like, who's that?
Someone's following me, and they stink! At first I only heard it momentarily, and I figured my nostalgia-racked, food-deprived brain was just hallucinating. But then I heard it again. I stopped in my tracks at the startling outcry. If I didn't know any better, and I didn't, I could have sworn it was the sound of a baby crying.
Okay, this person is high. This is like weird, empty parking lot paranoia.
Yeah.
And then I look down, and there's these hands, like, right
on
there.
my hands.
I'm like, whose hands are these?
Now, I had not been around many babies, but I certainly knew a thing or two about the ones that cried. What?
Run away. Leave them alone. It's fine.
The ones that cried in the movie theater? The ones that cried while at a friend's house and made you begin to question why you were even friends anymore? Ouch.
Ouch.
And the ones that cried in the grocery store. Did he just pick up a baby on his way out? Go through the self-checkout?
Maybe.
Is it Maggie from The Simpsons? Which I had actually just experienced not 5 minutes ago, and my adrenaline died down a bit as I turned around to confirm my suspicion that the one from the store had just followed me outside, hovering. Okay, no, not that an infant literally followed my out of the store, but that its mother was finished with her shopping as well.
Okay, so there was a literal infant? Little infant.
Yeah.
Big infant?
A literal
infant.
Big infant.
Okay. Much to my chagrin, however, there was no screaming child in the parking lot, and even more to my chagrin, the wailing started up again, and this time it was definitely behind me. My mouth felt dry as I swallowed and turned towards the source of the sound. Down near the very end of the building was a green dumpster that oh my god, dumpster baby. I had never noticed up until this point. I bit my lip and felt the weight of my groceries still trying to pull me down to the ground. This person is high.
Yeah, has to be.
I started melting into the sidewalk.
And then I looked down at my hands, and I realized they were baby hands.
Whoa.
And I realized I was the baby.
I realized I was Trump.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Baby Trump?
My hands were small. I was orange. I had bad hair. What else?
I was on a golf course all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Didn't make any movements until the sound came up again, and then my feet found their momentum. I headed straight for my car, obviously, but as I sat in the driver's seat, keys in the crank, grocery stores haphazardly shoved
entire
in
stores, yes.
in the otherwise empty seat next to me, I couldn't help but look again at the dumpster.
That's some very high person logic. Well, if I can't get all the groceries into my cart, put the grocery store in the back of my car.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
So
I'm still operating on this person's high as fuck.
Now, what do you guys think is in the dumpster?
Her self-loathing?
I mean, what was in the storage unit?
Kitty cat.
Yeah. So I'm banking on the fact that this is a kitty in a dumpster. It's a dumpster kitty.
But kitties don't sound like babies.
Maybe they do if they eat enough babies.
Fair enough. I can't argue with that logic.
Maybe they do if you're high enough.
Yeah. Sighing and hating my life more than usual. There's that self-loathing. I inches towards the green monster.
Hating my life more than usual.
I inches over towards the green
monster.
Inches.
Smell of rot-filled nose closer approached, and everything about the situation made me question ever thinking it was a good idea to park on this side of the building. I guess the other side was probably much better, and I decided I should try it out next time, and probably every time after that as well. This person's so high. Mm-hmm. The cry rang loud in my ears. Once again, I turned around to head back to my car, my hands balled into fists. I noticed I was holding my breath. I stopped midway.
Beat up a dumpster, baby!
Shut up, baby!
Oh, goddamn!
Stop mocking me!
Jeez.
I stopped midway between my sedan and the receptacle behind me. I was walking the tightrope of fate.
Mm-hmm. Taking a deep breath, I turned around again and made a beeline for the trash can. I lifted the lid in one swift movement, and out popped a malnourished black cat. I must have yelped at the sight. Who's putting these cats everywhere? There's a new supervillain in Haver, and his name is the Cat Hider, I guess?
That's a red flag right there, putting cats in dumpsters.
The Cat Hider. They'll never know it was me.
Look.
Red flag, quick! The cat hider's back.
Oh, the Cat Hider. The Cat Hider. Don't worry. Oh, wait. How does the red flag talk? I don't even remember.
A little bit like this.
Oh,
kind of like
hey!
Jeep Superman.
I'm the red flag. I was
Heard
going to
you
say
could hide
something.
pussy again.
There you go. I was going to say something mildly like a red flag, but then I was like, wait a minute. I don't know what voice that is, mate. All right. So the cat placer. I must have yelped at the sight because the creature immediately ran off like it was being chased. I slowly closed the lid and watched the animal disappear into the brush behind the building. I spent the whole trip back to my car rationalizing how there was no way it was the same cat, and that this day was just one to chalk up in the books as one of my weirdest ever. But even driving away, I still wasn't you.
This person is just high.
Yeah.
I saw 2 cats in one day. This is really weird, man.
Cats in places where cats can be.
Like, what if it's the same cat? And, what if all cats are the same cat?
And what if all people are the same people?
Whoa.
What if babies live in dumpsters?
Wow.
Babies shouldn't live in dumpsters, man. We live in a society.
Oh, man.
Man, maybe the government just wants you to think the babies come from putting a wiener in a goo. They actually come from dumpster storks.
That's right. Dump storks.
At home, I cranked my oven up to a toasty of 425 degrees and threw in a pie. The couch.
The coach. No, read it as coach.
My home coach said, "You can do this. You can cook this pizza."
Go ahead.
The couch welcomed me with open arms, but is it Cherry?
Yes.
Welcomed me with open arms, but I feared settling in too much as I might drift off for more than the designated 22 minutes for the pizza currently baking. I flipped through some of the channels and, of course, found nothing, which just led me into a spiral of thoughts about how I wasted so much money on things I don't need, and how a house this big wasn't appropriate for someone living alone, and how Big Bang Theory was on.
Yes.
It's like, oh, cool, something good to watch.
Bazinga. Oh my god. Sheldon as George W. Bush. Bazinga.
George W. Bush.
What?
I'm not used to loud noises in my house, though I do have some pretty intense neighbors who stir up some interesting circumstances from time to time. So you mean domestic violence?
His neighbors,
I don't know what that refers to.
His neighbors always fight all night like cats. Wait a minute.
Is this just Catscape? Is everything a cat?
Yes.
Yeah. I braced myself as I stood to search for the cause of my inner monologue's interruption.
I doubted it was the old man across the street. He had been in some kind of back brace for years now, and I was pretty sure that he wasn't able to walk at this point. Still didn't stop me from checking out the front window and drawing the blinds closed after finding the coast to be clear. You are paranoid. I was pretty sure that school wasn't on some kind of fall break at this point, but I checked the backyard just to be certain since the kids across the lawns sometimes landed a too far flung football in my barbecue. That's just good aim. Nothing there either, though. I hesitated to search the rest of the house since there should be no logical reason something that loud had crashed.
Abysmii. Have you ever had a football flung in your barbecue?
I don't have a barbecue.
Whoa, okay.
And they don't play football in California.
Oh.
They don't.
Or in space.
What do they play in California? The victim?
Hacky sack.
I was going to say they play drought, but yeah, that too.
Play drought.
Hey guys, you want to go play Forest Fire?
I'll bring the fire.
I'll be a giant electrical company and not monitor my power lines and start a giant forest fire.
And that's how companies are made. The kitchen ahead of me was empty, albeit a bit too warm for my comfort, with the stove pouring heat from its definitely not energy-certified interior. Uh-oh. It's going to start a fire. My eyes strained to see into the dark living room beyond the threshold of the kitchen. I walked hesitantly to the small, dingily furnished room. There was nothing. I turned to my left, down the hall pitch black, and I was sure, beckoning only the most evil spirits. Okay. My body was on high alert. It's just high. I clutched a pizza cutter in my hand and clung for life.
Oh my god, this is seriously, like, this is the paranoia you get from doing weed for the first time and being like, oh god, everyone knows. People aren't even here and they know.
The guy across the street in the back brace, what if he could walk all these years and he's just faking?
I gotta go cut the old man across the street. It's the only way to be safe.
I have to cut him in half with the pizza slicer.
Officers, I don't know that this is a 911 call. Sir, you can't hold up the 911. No, my neighbor broke into my house, and he is currently rolling a pizza cutter gently across my stomach, my general abdomen area, and he won't stop. He's pretty strong, but, like, he's not hurting me. It's just a mild inconvenience.
Yeah.
We'll be right over.
Yeah.
I ran to the light switch, my breath heavy in and out. My breath heaving.
I ran to the light switch and heavy.
That's right.
And heavy.
Yes.
Putus. No ghosts or goblins came searching for my soul that you know of. The room was all that was left, and the door was locked. There was no way in hell anyone was in there. But still, I reached for the handle, half expecting it to give way under my turning hand, but it held fast. Breathing a sigh of relief, I pulled out my key and turned it in the lock. The room was exactly how I left it, lit with multicolored LED lights I had stolen off the stage at a rave a few months back. This person is high.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmation. This person was
who
this
drops
high.
fucking E or special K and then just goes home to make pizza? It's a terrible idea.
Maybe the pizza is laced.
No, they were really high before this.
But I mean, maybe he laced it. Maybe that's how he's very specific. You know, some people like shoot up between their toes. Some people just have their drugs in pizza exclusively.
Just Red Baron, but it just has Vicodin on it.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like the effects of something like Special K, isn't it?
Yeah, let's see. No, that's more like euphoria. This is extreme paranoia, like maybe coming down off of Special K. I don't know. So, someone in the comments, let us know how it is to take ketamine, because I've never done it.
I mean, Cancer Man. I'm sure he'll tell us.
Oh, God damn it.
Probably.
My bed was unmade just as I had left it in the morning, and the sink was still dripping every few seconds, continuously begging me to call maintenance and have it fixed. No disturbances, no hooded murderers, no stupid cockroaches either. Stupid cockroaches.
Only smart ones.
No. Yeah. Harvard-educated cockroaches.
Harvard-educated cockroaches. Harvard-educated cockroaches.
Yes!
God damn it.
Heroes in the full shell.
They got in trouble for yelling at the dean. He wasn't woke.
As I moved to throw some flour in Hurley's tank, the alarm on the pizza startled me enough to drop the foliage on my floor.
Because they picked up flowers.
Yeah.
But at Hurley's tank?
The iguana, because there was, after the rave lights, there was glow of my iguana's heat lamp. So I'm assuming Hurley is the iguana.
Yeah.
But when I think tank, I think gas tank. And when I think gas tank, I think motorcycle.
Oh.
And then James Hurley is a character that rides a motorcycle in Twin Peaks.
And he eats flowers.
And he eats flowers because he is a stupid boy.
You stupid boy.
I had to laugh at that point. A mix of petals and leaves strewn about haphazard shapes of the carpet, and silly iguana watching longingly from behind plexiglass. It was enough to stave off any remaining jitters I may have had.
Maybe there's, like, meaning in these petals and leaves? I should, like, read them and see if they could tell my future.
You know what this reminds me of? Kafka's Metamorphosis.
Yeah, I can see that.
The way it's written, the perspective it's from.
But there's no cockroaches.
Yeah, so it's like an anti-Kafka. The rest of the night was uneventful, the pizza was shitty, the cable shows were shitty, and the only thing that didn't suck were some new uploads from some of my favorite creators on YouTube, to which I ended up falling asleep.
Well, I don't think Fearfic existed at the time, so it would probably just be me. Oh, but go ahead, what?
Fearfic didn't exist in the before time.
This is BFF. Wait, no.
No, that works. That works. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, yeah, a new Pro Jared video.
God damn it. All right, work the next day was just stellar, as usual. I assume that's sarcasm. My boss had decided that she would tell us, oh, female boss. Yeah, say no more. Gosh, tisk, tisk.
We live in a society.
Honk, honk, gentlemen. My boss had decided that she would tell us all about how our handling skills, quote-unquote, made her nervous, and how we, quote-unquote, couldn't seem to grasp basic concepts.
And how we were all high as fuck every time we showed up to work.
Yeah. Ah, yes, it was one of those days. What if they work at a head shop? What if they work in a dispensary? The boss
in Haver, Montana, I doubt it.
The boss is like, why are you always so high? Like, which, if I'm being honest, wasn't atypical, so that wasn't what made it stand out. No, it was what happened later in the day. I, like most people, I hope, truly appreciate the fact that I can be paid to shit while I'm at work, and I milk that for all it's worth. I shit milk?
What?
People out there are going to think I actually think that's what that means. If I can manage 2 per day, you better believe they're both happening on the clock. Don't shit on the clock. People have to use that. Which number is the big hand on? They're both big hands. Just got back from lunch, clock in and shit. About to leave for lunch, forgot to clock out and shit. Least favorite client is walking through the door. Read as 98% of them. Whoops, gotta shit. So he spends all day shitting.
Jenkins, I've noticed you really need to make some big changes in your diet. Because all you do is eat cheese and shit constantly.
I'm here to eat cheese and shit. Yeah, but that's terrible. You're coming into work. That's, what? That's not a great catchphrase.
Is anybody here a baby? I hear a baby.
I'm here to eat babies and shit pizza? I don't know.
Cats.
Shit cats? Oh man,
I'm really high, I'm sorry.
Can we title this episode "Eat Babies, Shit Cats"?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Hello, Susan Wojcicki. How you doing?
We're not monetized. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So, I'm daily number 2 of the day.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay.
They are a poo.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy ho. Which score, by the way, and I'm alone in the bathroom. Now my boss is a fucking narcissist millionaire, so she thinks it's more environmentally friendly to have automatic lights in the bathroom. I know she's just does it because she loves when clients
compliment, even though it's completement.
Completativeness.
My boss loves it when clients complete on her. Wait, no.
Who does that? Hey, I was just in your bathroom taking a massive dump. I really like that your lights are automatic. Like, no one...
I loved how your lights went out in the middle of me trying to take a shit.
I was washing my hands, and then I couldn't see anything. Yeah. Best thing ever.
Hey, well, let me put it this way. I like taking dumps in the dark.
A dump in the dark.
Yeah, but you're a freak. So...
I mean, for sure. Let me tell you something. I like having sex with the lights on and dumping with the lights off.
I mean, there's nothing that sounds proper about taking a dump. You can say I like taking a dump with the lights on, but that sounds weird too. So, I mean, either way.
I like taking a dump in low light situations.
By candlelight.
You know, nice romantic dump. You know, if you're really struggling to get the poop out, that's what you need to do.
Yeah, light some candles,
set the mood. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'm taking my second number 2 of the day. Man, why are you such a frequent pooper? Get some Metamucil.
So he collects garbage, finds cats, hears babies, eats pizza, and shits all day.
This person is a degenerate.
I think everybody in this call right now is judging this guy.
Yeah, if we're judging you, there's something pretty bad with you.
Goddamn two Dukes Jenkins over here.
Is that why they call it Jank? Because of Jenkins?
Oh, maybe.
The second number 2 of the day, and the lights go off. I sighed and began waving my arms around in the stall. I knew this tactic wouldn't work because I've been able to do this rodeo a time or two. You mean poop? It seems to be some law of the universe that the lights don't register when someone is in the stall. So I debated my options. The door of the stall is just out of reach, so I couldn't feasibly open the door to trigger the switch. The chance of another soul walking into the bathroom is about pi over 0.
Pizza pie.
Yeah, there you go. Mozzarella pizza pie. Mm-hmm. It's my Swedish accent.
Swedish pizza.
I had absolutely zero idea of how to manage to hold it all day. I guess they didn't eat or drink enough. Not like my boss lets us eat or drink on the clock anyway. Or I could have just finished up without bothering to see what was what. Why do you need to see? Why do you need to see if your butt is seated on the toilet? If the poop will come out into the toilet. Is pooping a more complicated process for other people?
Maybe.
When you're high as fuck, probably.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Jenkins, I need to talk to you. I don't mind you taking 2 giant shits a day. I've let it slide.
Literally.
Why was there poop in the sink?
It was dark, man.
I couldn't see.
Yeah.
You keep making that excuse. I don't know.
Wait a minute. If I was sitting on the sink, then that was the faucet in my ass. Oh, I'm relieved. I'm going to take back that report at HR.
We call that a company enema.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Call that a golden parachute.
Company enema sounds like a finishing move for the WCW or something. He's giving him the company enema.
Oh.
Here comes the faucet from the sink.
And now he's on the rinse cycle. And be able to see what was what, which was ultimately what I had decided. But then on turned the lights.
Bum, bum, bum. There's a cat in the bathroom.
Yeah. My face curled into a confused expression, and I wondered how strange it would be to call out hello to whomever had just entered the room. Strangely enough, there were no footsteps, no sounds of someone moving to a stall, no sink turning on for something needing a quick rinse, just nothing. I chalked it up to divine intervention and moved on with my movement. That's when a cat came under the stall door. Okay.
The cat came back the very next day. By the way, if you're ever in a bathroom and you want to call out to find out if someone's there, but you don't know what to say, just go, "Hey, Keith?" Because they're going to say, no, that's not them because nobody's ever Keith. And it just makes it seem like, you have somebody that was supposed to be there that isn't.
Hey, Jebediah.
Hey, Jebediah. Yeah, what's up? Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
That's what we're here for.
Bubba Shits.
God damn it. That's when a cat came into the stall door. To say that I jumped would be an understatement. I literally rocketed on a jet stream of shit through the roof. To say that I jumped would be an understatement. I'm still wiping ceiling dust out of my hair to this day.
There's been some hyperbole, but that one feels a bit too far.
Well, it does bring in another type of dust.
And it does bring in another type of wiping.
Mm-hmm. It was a black cat with white whiskers cats do have dark whiskers sometimes. And it came and rubbed my completely exposed legs. It was purring and seemed nonplussed by the entirely awkward situation. I leaned down and petted the cat. Hey, what's up, dude? It was friendly and seemed happy to have found a friend. When I stood to flush, the cat bolted out under the stall. I shrugged and figured it would be out there when I opened the door. But it wasn't. This is like the cat version of the Look-See.
Kinda, yeah.
From Crypt TV. The bathroom was empty. I checked every stall just to be sure. There were only 2. I even checked the supply closet. No feline to be found. In the end, it didn't even matter. In the end, I washed my hands and left figuring it must have been a fluke. Well, if you can't tell the difference between a cat and a fluke, one of them not supposed to be on land.
Cats eat flukes.
Yeah.
It was just a flaw in the programming of the Matrix that we're in. It must have been a fluke.
That's right. When I asked who had gotten out after returning from my bathroom trip, my coworkers gave me baffled glances, as would anybody if you say, "Who got out after my bathroom trip?" Apparently, no black cats were on the schedule for that day.
The
black cat schedule.
I'm so confused about this story. I have no idea what anything means.
This story has a chance to bring it all home with an explanation that will make you go, I doubted this story, but me, Abysmii, I now believe that it is a great story because I was foolish in doubting it.
What am I, Walter Cronkite?
Yes.
What? Okay.
But I am a lawyer.
On the ride home, I kept checking my surroundings, think that I would definitely see the little guy again, but I didn't for the rest of the trip. When I got home, I noticed that one of my windows was open. My girlfriend at the time was convinced that any kind of central heating and cooling was the devil.
Okay, guys, do you prefer violin devil, executive devil, cat devil, or heating and cooling devil?
I like HVAC devil. That's great.
AIDS pack devil? What?
HVAC.
Oh.
HVAC. Heating, ventilation, air conditioning.
You must not live in a rural area like Abysmii and I do.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
All I can say in hindsight is that the sex was phenomenal. This person's high as hell. I found her in the living room eating an order-out pizza and joined her waiting for a commercial break from whatever she was watching to tell her about my bathroom cat. No one wants to hear about your bathroom cat, man. No one. But then
my girlfriend was that I had at the time was really phenomenal at sex. Like, really righteous sex.
Mm-hmm.
But then I actually look at the woman, and there it is, the same black with white whiskers cat, eating her pizza crust like it's no concern. I must have gone rigid because my girlfriend turned her attention away from her show and looked at me. She had those, "this is happening, and you're going to deal with it" eyes, and I couldn't argue with that. This person's high as fuck. We had fought the night before, and I still wasn't sure who had won, though I did end up sleeping on the couch while she got my king-size bed.
So is he's getting cucked by the cat.
Mm-hmm. Cat cuck.
It's like a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah. This does bring up an interesting point, though.
This would be the last time he ever had sex.
Yes.
As he was cock-blocked by some pussy.
That's right. Isn't that always how it goes? God damn it. But this does bring up an interesting question, though. Violin-playing devil, executive devil, cat devil, heating and air conditioning devil, or, legitimate question here, sexy devil. The trope of the attractive, beguiling, sexy devil?
I'm going to go with HVAC, just because I know what I'm getting into.
Fucking goddamn it.
Like, you mean like bedeviled?
Yeah. Like the devil that's like, "Oh, hello.
Well, after the movie Bedeviled came out, Brendan Fraser got into a nasty divorce and was paying, what was it, like alimony, like insane amounts for 20-some years or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And now he's in Doom Patrol.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to go with Sexy Devil.
Oh, okay.
HVAC Devil will pay the bills.
All right. "I know this cat," I said to her. She looked at like I was crazy.
"I saw it at work today in the bathroom," I said, my tone as anticlimactic as I could muster, even though I was eating sweat. "It came through the window," was all she said, and went back to her show. The cat continued to watch me, though. I left to check on Hurley to make sure temperature gauges weren't totally funked with the open window and the humidity pouring in. By the time I returned to the living room, the cat was gone again. My girlfriend said it went back out the window and brought some crust with it. Should be took some crust with it?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, it brought, technically whatever. You know what I mean? Technically whatever, by the way, is my clothing line. For trendy teen girls? I don't know.
That's Slimebeast. He has his finger on the pulse of what teen girls want.
Technically whatever. The new clothing line for, I don't know, random bitches.
Small bitches.
But yeah, so
IDKRB. It's like going to be on the butt part of the, instead of juicy, it's, I don't know, random bitches.
Yeah. So my thought is this. The cat is in the storage unit, right?
Uh-huh.
And it looks like it's been in, or he thinks it's been in there for maybe 24 hours without anything to eat.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the dumpster and it looks like hungry and emaciated or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It comes to the bathroom and tries to, like, rub on him and make friends with him. And it shows up at the house and leaves with pizza. Was it just hungry the entire time?
It was just hungry, and this person, like, it just latched onto this person because, oh, human saved me. Must be my caretaker, must give me food. You know?
Give food, human. You're the one human who doesn't know how this human-cat relationship thing works. See, you
because
feed me...
you're high as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
That night I dreamed of falling into darkness, but then the darkness had eyes and millions of black cats with white whiskers were surrounding me, watching me fall.
Whiskers.
All
Presenting
that
me.
I see.
All that I see. Absolute feline.
black cat.
Oh, man. I was groggy the next morning. This day, my plan was to finish cleaning out that damned storage unit as I had the day off again. There were some other people milling about while I was there. I felt a little silly to be doing so, but I checked around the corners of the buildings to see if that cat was around. The door to my unit felt foreboding. I opened the door in front of me, and like a whirl, the cat came shooting in under before it was even halfway open. My eyes took some time to adjust to the light, but as they came around, I finally realized why it had been following me all this time. Here we go.
It took one of the boxes I had yet to pack up, laid a litter of 6 kittens who seemingly thoroughly hungry and delighted to see their mother again for the first time in way too many hours. My heart sank and then sped up, and I couldn't seem to decide what to do. I grabbed the box and brought it to my car, Mama Cat in tow as well. I started the engine and got the AC rolling just so they wouldn't get too hot. It wasn't a hot day, but still. I went back to the unit and decided to the rest of the items stack could just be thrown out in the investigation. I didn't need them for this long anyway.
All right. So it's a box of little kittens in the storage unit.
And the cat, little keys.
The cat was magically following him because it needed to get back to its kittens.
Yeah. As I stood and stared at the closet door for just a moment, I could...
Closet door? How dare
Closed
you?
door. Oopsie. At the closed door for just a moment, I could have sworn I felt something rubbing across my leg, but I was alone in the dusty aisle of the Fleming Storage Unit facility. Imagine, if you will, a storage facility.
Oh.
Hmm?
Wait a minute. I grabbed the box and brought it to my car, Mama Cat in tow as well. But then, he feels something rubbing against his leg, but there is no Mama Cat. So this is a ghost cat of a cat who died after it had kittens in the unit, and it was trying to get him to go back for the kittens.
Oh.
Why you make us sad, Animal Fact Files? Animal feeling fuckers.
That makes all of this make so much more sense. Holy shit.
Okay.
And I do mean it does feel like a Twilight Zone episode, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Not an episode of the new Twilight Zone. Because it doesn't have a message about our society.
Society.
We live in a Twilight society.
Yeah. By the way, Robert Pattinson as Batman, what do you think? Twilight?
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that. It actually does kind of seem like
he's an actor. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
So is Val Kilmer and George Clooney. Oh my God.
Liam Neeson was in the prequels for Star Wars. Clearly, he's a terrible actor. Whatever.
Liam Neeson. Listen, Liam Neeson. What has he done lately? What good movies has he done lately?
All the Taken movies. All of them. All 16. I have no idea how many there are now.
You have to stay on the phone. My goldfish has been taken. Someone has taken my place in line. It's like, you're really stretching. You know?
So some grammar problems here and there. Me was spelled my a few times noticeably, but that's really not a fair criticism to levy against all of these because all of them have minor grammar issues. A lot of run-on sentences, in my opinion. They were either like too short or too long. which was maybe that was just the style of narration they were going for. It was very
a style at the time.
It was a different time. But that ending really does kind of throw everything together in a big aha moment, which is not easy to do, and I really respect that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I don't know if it was us joking or me being deliriously tired, but it really did seem like the character was high.
Yeah. Which, fair enough. Sometimes when you just have off days, people love to joke, are you high? I can't believe you just said that. Or
did you smoke weed?
I stood up and I felt really dizzy, and I've been having a weird day. It's like I'm high or something. Sometimes you do have those days. Just the whole universe feels off. So I like this. This was well written. I liked just like how it all came together. That was really cool.
I thought the character of the girlfriend was kind of sprung on us, because it was just like, I went home and my girlfriend existed. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
That wasn't really necessary, because he came in...
Well...
I like that she doesn't get a name, though. It's like...
girlfriend.
She's the ex-girlfriend, okay?
Yeah. It could have just been I got home and I left I still had leftover pizza, and I saw the cats, and I went up to check on my iguana because I was freaking out, and I came down and the rest of the pizza was gone, and so was the cat. Didn't even need the girlfriend in there, but whatever.
Well, I mean, the thing is too, if there had been something previously to lead us to know that there would be a girlfriend, because it was sort of I was thinking from the beginning, pathetic hoarder guy living alone eating cheese pizza. That was my mental image. Yeah. And then it said my girlfriend, and I was like, okay, if you have a girlfriend, it's most likely, not entirely impossible, but it's most likely that you're not living in a big hoarder house. So I kind of have to reimagine, the whole scenario and everything.
You just open up his fridge, and there's 2 gallons of milk, and an entire tray of cheese sticks.
Yes.
And then you open up his freezer, and it's just box upon box of frozen pizza.
Yes.
Or he was high, and he made up the entire girlfriend as a hallucination.
Oh, yeah, that could be.
And just sleeps on his couch because he just gets too high and can't walk upstairs.
Yeah. The girl that shows up every time I drop acid was there. Her 5 different colored eyes shimmering.
Man, that sounds like a no sleep story.
Maybe it could be a no story title.
Yeah.
I love the idea.
I need to drop acid to see my girlfriend again.
Oh, that's good. That's strong. I love the idea of a succubus that is just really lazy. So whenever she gets summoned, just kind of walks in and goes, "Oh, hey, what's up? Any pizza?" Yeah. Just turns on the TV.
Ooh, is this pizza? Puts on Game of Thrones.
Gets disappointed. Oh, no, topical. I haven't seen it. I don't care.
Bum, bum, bum. So for anybody who hasn't seen the ending of Game of Thrones, everybody gets their own throne. Mm-hmm. And they make it all equal.
Yeah. Because
they all get thrones and eat pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Because Peter Parker gets the Infinity Throne and he snaps his ass cheeks together in the throne. And creates a throne for everyone.
Oh man. He snaps his ass cheeks and half of the people disappear, but it's the left half. Everybody's just all right.
He didn't mean to do it. He was just too dummy thick.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Hey spooky sisters, it's me, JCN here, your gay Creepypasta narrator. I know y'all were expecting my hour-long narration of the top 25 ghost werewolf stories from r/entitled parent, but I'm afraid I've been the victim of a series of homophobic attacks, and it's really gotten to me, guys. It's very serious. I have so much hard work that I put into all of the stuff that I do, where I read stuff other people have wrote, and I don't deserve to be subject to this level of hate on social media, okay? I'm going to read some of these horrible comments people have been leaving on my channel. I've gotten this one here from Creepy Spooky Girl 17. It says, gay. Look, that's not right. That's not okay. Here's one from Creepypasta Dude Bro on my top 10 goes to eat your lunches at work despite being dead in a ghost story video. It says, fake and gay. Look, these personal attacks really affect me. You need to stop it. Okay, stop it. YouTube. This is the worst one, and I hate to give this person attention because normally I have very thick skin, but this person has been harassing me for years. It's Gay Creepypasta Stan 111, and he said, I love you, Gay Creepypasta narrator. Keep up the good work. Look, that's not okay. Calling me gay is homophobic. Word to the wise, okay? Anyway, this is Gay Creepypasta narrator signing out. I'm going to go put some pee-pees in my butthole to cheer me up.
So there's a Korean dude who I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah. Named Kim Jong-un.
Oh.
There's a Korean guy who makes videos about fighting games on a channel called Core A Gaming.
Oh.
He recently uploaded a video called Analysis Why Button Mashing Doesn't Work.
He recently uploaded a video saying, "Stop calling me the Korean guy."
Stop calling me the Korean guy. His name's Gerald? Yeah, Gerald.
Oh, okay.
Which is traditional Korean name.
Mm-hmm.
He uploaded a video called Analysis Why Button Mashing Doesn't Work, and it's this video about fighting games. And, it's just a very, cut and dry video about fighting games, and it's cool, it's analytical, but as YouTube really hates YouTubers, hates people who try to make a living off uploading their hard work, his video got demonetized, so he re-uploaded it with a family-friendly edition.
Ooh.
and lost a bunch of money because they wouldn't monetize his video even after they approved it. And they were like,
one?
actually, no, they approved the previous one, and then they were like, no, we don't actually like it. And there's nothing bad about it, nothing controversial. It's just a video about how analysis of fighting game mechanics. Anyway, he makes a bunch of great videos. Please go patron him with your viewership, preferably on the family-friendly edition, where he's trying to figure out what it was that triggered the content ID, hate speech algorithm to not like his video.
Well, it's got to be that he used the word mashing. Well, that's a very violent term.
I was thinking, you've got a title that includes butt mashing, so I mean,
maybe that was it. Maybe if you upload a video about mashed potatoes, you'll get demonetized. These it's like how it's made. Mashed potato flakes, and then it gets demonetized. It's like, this is too violent. We can't have kids learning about how mashed potatoes are made.
Toy Story 4 is about to come out. We can't have this.
Can't have it. Not allowed.
Mr. Potato Head, you say?
Yeah, he has a lot of cool videos about simplicity in fighting games, and when spamming works in fighting games, the idea of coaching, how much of it should be allowed, picking the right character in a video game, a bunch of cool stuff. Really cool guy. Really thinks deeply about this stupid hobby we call fighting games.
And when he says when button mashing works, or when spamming works, is the answer every arcade in the 1980s?
Yes.
Stop spamming! Stop spamming!
So again, that's Kim Jong-un.
Mm-hmm.
He makes videos about fighting games.
All right.